Hello everyone and welcome back. In the last lesson we saw that the best way of storing a collection of entities in the store is the combination of a map with an array of IDs so that we can also have the collection order stored in the store. Let's now see how can we define the state of each entity in a convenient and non-repetitive way using the NgRx entity package. In order to avoid having to define these interfaces per entity, and in order to avoid having to write that reducer logic over and over again for each collection type that we use, we're going to, instead of doing that very repetitive code, we are going to leverage the NgRx entity package. So let's start adding it here. We're going to say that this interface courses state is going to extend the entity state interface and that the collection type that we are storing is of type course. So right now, if we have a look here at this type, let's define here an instance of this state of type courses state. If we have a look here using our autocompleter to the properties that we have here, we can see that we have here the same properties that we defined just a moment ago. We have here entities, which is a dictionary of type course. So it's a key value dictionary where the keys are the IDs of the entities. And we have here an array called IDs, which is going to be an array of either a number or a string. So this array contains the IDs of the entities and preserves the collection order. So already here we are avoiding code repetition, but much more than that, NgRx entity allows us to very easily write the reducers and the selectors for this collection entity. In order to easily generate selectors for the course entity and also in order to easily implement reducer functions for this entity, we are going to be creating here what is known as an NgRx entity adapter. So let's go ahead and define here an entity adapter for the collection type course. We are going to create it by calling create entity adapter. We are going to pass no arguments here, and we are going to add here a parametric type saying that this is an adapter for the course entity. Let's have a look at what methods this adapter makes available to us. First of all, we have here a method called getSelectors. This method is going to give us a series of very commonly used selectors for a collection entity type, such as, for example, selecting all the entities in the collection. We also have here getInitialState that helps us to produce the initial state that we need to pass to our reducer. We are going to see that this adapter is extremely useful and it's going to make our implementation of reducers and selectors much simpler for collection entity types. Let's put the adapter to use. Let's use it to write our first selector that we're going to need here in our course resolver. This is coming right up in the next lesson.